first HBCU in blockchain in Web3. It's what our community has dubbed us. And I'm proud of that moniker for sure. We started back in 2022, the home team Black, Brown, and Allied folks to learn and grow in emerging technology. And that's been the mission ever since. So we've been diving in. Some of my favorites, the blockchain side, specifically in blockchain, the NFTs, digital collectibles, the art side, where art and music and all that in crypto and in blockchain lives. That's my favorite for sure. But also the fungible tokens, so just all the currency side, the trading side, the DeFi, decentralized finance, and all that good stuff as well too. Starting with number one crypto coin, Bitcoin, number two Ethereum, all the way on down those 33 plus million coins and growing exponentially every day. It's a good time. Also, the other emerging technology that we dabble in heavily is on the AI side. AI has been having another crazy moment with the agentic side, or the agents or the bots that are able to follow multiple commands, build different things, learn and grow on their own, surf the web, search out documentation, build apps, code, all kind of stuff. It's really a whole vibe. And we've been learning and growing together as a community, and it's been a really good time and been pretty fruitful. I'm just Unc, you know? Back in the building. What's going on? Yes, another one, a special Saturday joint. What's going on, family? It is day 363, yes, 365, 2 days away from the 365 journey going in. We got another one underway. But I'm your host, Onaji B. Brian, founder behind Onaji and Onaji University. We rocking, family. It's just a good time. We're here on the set on this special Saturday morning. Typically we have our Onaji Saturdays, our longest running segment that we've been rocking since 2022, which has been a good time. February 2022. We started the Go to community in January of that year, coming up on our 5th year anniversary as a community, which has been a vibe, man. It's really been a journey. It's really been a really good time, and we're learning and growing together. You know what I'm saying? Learning and growing together. It's a safe space for Black, Brown, and Allied folks to learn and grow in emerging tech. And we've been doing that and diving in. Now we are in this live stream journey, 2 days away from 365 on the second streak. First streak was around just shy of 50 days. We started streaming April last year before the live stream era. And we were doing our Twitter spaces. That's where our Onaji Saturday came from, and other go-to segments that we have, including the Undivided Attention series, where we sit down one-on-one interview style with extraordinary individuals in the network. We are in season 2, and yesterday we had a goated episode 19 with Ayla, a super dope, super fly content creator that's killing it since COVID era and up. And today we have another one. So we got back-to-backs yesterday and today, and it's solid. It's a good time. So yeah, we're gonna introduce them in just a bit, but it's a good one. You're not gonna want to miss this one. Nacho, what's going on, family? How you doing? Roll call first in the building. Good to see you, family. How's everything your way? Hope everything's well. Hope the weekend is starting off solid, man. Hope the weekend is starting off solid. But yeah, y'all. So we started off as a goated NFT PFP project back in 2022. And it's been a good time. It's been a good time, man. We've been amassing a pretty big following, 1,000 holders, almost 1,000 holders over since January 2022. But that's where the Onaji fam started, and ever since February, we've been diving in emerging tech and learning and growing emerging tech, not only on the art side, which we will get into today with our special guest for sure, but on the AI side, metaverse, AR, VR, all that good new tech that's out there. We've been diving in and learning together and growing, and it's been a good time. It's been a good time. In this live stream area, the past few weeks, we've been playing this campus climb. It's a little AI vibe coded little build that we've been working on as well too with the fam, and it's been solid. So interacts with the Purple Lab chat over here, give you some extra points while we're listening and diving in and all that good stuff as well too. So um, perfect. Let me see real quick. Got a special guest, I think, popping in at 10:30. So got a little bit, and then we'll get it going. It's going to be a solid conversation for sure. Shoot a couple more noties out real fast here, and we'll be golden. We are going to be golden. But I'm excited, y'all. We've got yeah, tomorrow, Sunday, we're rocking day 364. And then on Monday morning, 10 a.m. PST, 365, 10 a.m. It's going to be a good time. So it's been a journey. It's been crazy. I learned a lot about myself, about the community, about family and friends that we've amassed along the way, and it's been solid. It's been solid. The page has been going crazy. Let's see. Let's take a look real quick. Um, let's take a look real quick. All right. Boom, boom. There we go. Look at that journey. Just crossed over the 750 follow mark. Shout out to us going in. Shout out to us going in. Approaching that, coming up to a 400-hour stream. Crazy. About to hit 3K hours watched on the channel. It's fire. It's fire. What a good time. What a good time. So really ramped up in July. um, doing 2 hour streams, 2 hour streams at least, and that's been a solid trajectory. So we're growing, follower counts growing with it, average viewer counts growing with it as well too. So yeah, the numbers is numbering, family. Trying to get into that top 150K streamer mark. But the growth has been amazing. So yeah. So after the 365, definitely going to keep that going. Um, yeah, definitely going to keep that going. 10 a.m. PST seems to be a cool little time slot. It's interesting. It's interesting rocking around back to school season. Back to school season is underswing, well underway, but that's all good. We rocking and vibing with it. So, but the Onaji fam still having major milestones in this fall coming up, which has been pretty cool around emerging tech and education, traditional education. So stay tuned. We're growing and rocking and moving as a community. So fire. Let me see what else got going on over here. Perfect. Got it. Let's see. Typically, we have our Niger Use Saturdays with my co-host, IC through with a guru and Boss 2.0 and Dina Combs, IC through Dina Magic. Yeah, but today we got a special guest. So next week we'll be back for our regular scheduled on Niger Use Saturday, getting that in, diving into the tech and all that stuff as well too. Um, let's see. Has there been any tech news? Actually, you know what? You know what? I did. There was something I was supposed to do this morning. So I noticed, let me see. The blockchain side has probably kind of been growing. There's been a couple of crews, a couple of teams that really been trying to boost it and build it up. But we're gonna see. I think there was a new mint that I have early access for. So let me see if that thing sold out real quick. Because it did open back up at 10 a.m. this morning. So let me go see what's up. I like the art. And if you like the art too, we're definitely going to get into the art topic and conversation today. It's going to be a solid conversation. One of the goated artists in the blockchain space that we definitely met along this journey here. Where is it at? Okay, let me see. Do you remember former disgraced governor of NY, Andrew Cuomo? He ran against Mayor Zoran. Zoran. Do I remember? I mean, not super, not super, not super. Something happened. All items minted out. Dang. That's all good. That's all good. He was the one who killed all the old folks during COVID. Hey, yo. Interesting. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't really surprise me, to be honest. It's a lot of wildness. It's a lot of weirdness going in. I just need you to know who he is. for the point I'm about to make. All right, let me see. Let me see. Oh, that's the old news. Let's see. Hmm. Do I recognize this face? I don't know. Guess who he's doing for work now? I have no idea. Just need you to understand how much of a scumbag this guy is. I'm weak. He's making the headlines this morning. What happened? Interesting. 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 I mean, no, what is he doing currently? From the board of directors for the crypto exchange OKX and co-chairs 50/50 joint venture with the New York Stock Exchange parent company. He's now a crypto guy. Yeah. I believe that. I believe that. You know, I believe that. So OKX. Hmm. Serves on the board of directors for OKX, huh? Interesting. Jay and the Billy, what's going on, Philly? How you doing? How are you doing? Hmm. Can we do some song lists? You know what? Some song lists. We might be able to get some song lists in. Let's see. How does that make you feel whenever he's come back from Trump to Kimmel is pro crypto? Oh, I know. I mean, not sure. I know plenty of people that are scumbags that are in that thing, man. But it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make me feel any kind of way. It's just another tool. Fortunately, it is involving. Well, unfortunately or fortunately, it is involving finance. Which makes me have more and more distrust. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I could see that. I could see that. All right, let's see a little song list action. WMAS. Ever heard of that? 8-year-old can steal the mom's credit card. The company you keep. Yeah, no, I don't keep them. You're right. You're right. All right, how do we get the song list? Let's see. Hold on, hold on. I hear that. I hear that. I'm Drake. Okay. W Mans. W Mans. Nah, weak. All right, let's get into the daily little song list. We can do that for sure. For sure. For sure. I mean, I think I'm not sure. I think that was the coolest part for me is being able to be like in the blockchain space or whatever and finding, like-minded communities and dope artists, dope community leads and stuff like that. So it's like, just utilizing blockchain as a tool to yeah, to build community, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, little song, let's action. Let's get into it. Let's see. Let's guess it. How can we skip this part? Skip which part, Jay? What you mean by that? What are we skipping, man? Let's see. Let's see. Also, not attacking you personally. I think there's plenty of innocent people who have good ideas and good intentions, but I think at the higher level, crypto has been continues to be co-opted by the worst people. Yeah, and in the beginning, in the earlier stages, it was yeah, more and more of that. I think it's as the years go on, it's widening into including more and more people with good ideas and good intentions for sure. For sure, for sure. You know, most definitely. What about swings and Trump? Why does this keep doing that? Why does it keep tweaking out? Maybe we'll just go over here. Try it over here. Summer of 69 a week. The twins, the Trumps, every scumbag trying to launder money. Yeah, yeah. I hear that. I hear that. I see. Oh, hmm. Summer of 69? I don't know about that, my guy. I don't know about that. But let's try. I wonder, what is that? What is that? What if it's that Boom Cat song? No, that's not in there. Boom Clap. Is this some rock? No, it's all. It's all. Oh, okay, we know what that is. That gave it away. That gave it away right there. That gave it away. Y'all know what that is? I know what that is. That's the jam. That's the jam.
Got him!
I'm weak. No, that's Lord. Oh, is that how you spell it? Royals. No, is it Royals? We don't care. Yes. What is that? Is that Royals? Royals. Yeah. Tyrell, what's going on, family? How we feeling? How we doing? What's the word? Got a drive night show. W Mans. Appreciate you popping in.
Diamond in the flesh.
There it is.
I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies, and I'm not proud of my address.
Okay. No, we rocked that one. Tyrell, what's going on, family? Let us know how you found us. What's going on? How's your Saturday starting off? What's the word, man? What's the word? Don't click that short. W Mans. He said, don't click that short. He said, it's not anything bad, just lots of cursing. A lot of cursing. I'm weak. Interesting. All right, well, let's continue. W Mans, let's continue with the let's continue. Hey, W, getting in the climb, Jay, with the red snake. I see you. Nacho with the red bear. Love to see it, man. Nacho, my guy in second place. All right, here's the rock. Let's get it. Let's see. Ooh. That's not ringing a bell. Be back later, W Mans. Appreciate you, Nacho. Good to see you, man. I don't know what that is. I might have to skip. Let's skip. Oh. What is that? Bing bong. Just kidding. What is that? Dang, I don't know. I don't even know what band that could be. Oh, what's it called? Ain't it fun? Or is that what it's called? Yeah, a little Paramore action. Oh.
I don't mind letting you down easy, but just give it time. If it don't hurt now, but just wait a while.
Yeah, that's the jam. Shout out to Paramore. Okay. All right, Jay, we rocking. We in there. Big dubs. Let's keep it pushing. What else we got? Perfect. A little hip hop. That sounds like Jay. Or I mean, is it not? I guess that's not really hip hop though. Maybe it's not. It sounds like Upgrade you. Maybe not. Maybe not. Nope. Jay, what you know about this one? We to the hip hop one, man. I don't know about this. Oh, shoot. Oh, what's that? That's hot. I still don't know what it is though. Ooh, okay, okay. No, I don't know what it is though. I have no idea what that song is. I don't think I've ever heard that. I don't think I've ever heard this.
That's a good one, Pete.
One-on-one.
Who is that? Who is that?
That's a good one, Pete.
One-on-one.
One of one, Gunna. I'm not super tapped in with Gunna. I'm not super tapped in. But that was cool though. That was cool. All right, let's try a little cross tunes from today. Let's try a little cross tunes from today. See what we got real quick.
I drink Brass Monkey and I rock well. I got a castle in Brooklyn, that's where I dwell. Brass Monkey, that funky monkey. Brass Monkey.
Okay. Brass Monkey, artist first name.
Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. You and I drink the poison from the same vine. Oh, I love it and I hate it.
I don't know what that. I don't know who that is. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I don't know who that is. That's all good. Perfect. Let's see, what's this one? Song title. Ooh, okay.
And I always find something wrong. You've been putting up with my just way too long.
Yes, sir. Run away. Song title, Pong, for instance? What does that even mean?
Tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true?
I never heard that song in my life. Baby blank.
Between my legs.
Okay, that was some jamming. That's Lana Del Rey right there. Okay.
Tell me all the things you wanna do.
On the way.
I heard
That's
that
what's
you
up. That's
like
what's
the
up.
bad girls, honey. Is that true?
I don't think I can name a single Lana Del Rey song. Is that egregious? I don't know. Is that egregious? It might be. Also a state name, artist name, also a U.S. state. Okay.
In the wind. Same old song. Just a drop of water in an endless sea.
Well, what's the states with the N right there in the middle? We're gonna come back to that. Love in a what?
Johnny's in the elevator. Launch race in your blood. She said, "Can see you later." You love me just a little more.
Love in the elevator, huh? I don't think I've ever heard that song. Y'all heard that song before? Interesting.
Shut up, hush your mouth. Can't you hear you talk too loud?
Interesting. All right. Well, we might have to continue that. We'll continue that in a minute. We'll continue that in a minute. Big doves. Big doves. Big doves. No, I like it. I like it. Hey, W little start to the stream. W start to the stream. We rocking, man. That's crazy. Day 363, y'all. And we in here. About to have a go-to conversation. I can't wait. It's gonna be a solid time. It's gonna be a solid time. Let me make sure I got everything situated over here for sure. The undivided attentions have been going in, family. We've been having some amazing guests, and we've been doing it. We've been doing it. Season 2 has been amazing. Season 2 has been amazing. Let me see. Let's pull it up real quick. See what we got going on here. Bang, bang. There we go. Okay. Oh, Najee everywhere. OHNHJI. Tap in with us. But yesterday had a solid one. Episode 19. Well, wait, that's Ayla. Yes, Golden Skin going crazy. That was a solid conversation. Look at we got some impromptu ones with Zai. Man, that's fire. Nah, we've been going in, man. We've been going in. The undivided attentions have been pretty gas. Have been pretty gas. Let's see. Going back down this way. This 365 journey has been solid. What a good time. What a good time, family. What a good time. There we go. Episode 18 guests. Had Dr. Lim in the building. That was fire. That was fire. There we go. All right, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get into it. That's what's going on. Good to see you. All right. We are here. We are rocking, family. Like I was saying, like you guys know, since we have been doing these things since 2022. It's been a good time. Season 1 kicked off 2022, and we are well into the season 2. But Undivided Attention, our episode 20 guest is another amazing, extraordinary individual in our network. And we're sitting down. This one is well overdue. It's going to be an amazing time. But a talented creator, curator, artist, dabbler, mom, and just all around W energy in the blockchain space, in the art space. We are here, family. Let's give a round of applause. Welcome, Sierra Renee in the building. JuuJuuMama, what's going on, family? Good to see you. Welcome.
Hey,
Hey. How are you doing?
any
Good morning.
echo or anything?
Nope, sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, fantastic.
How's everything going? How's your morning?
All
GMGO.
is well. All is well. It's like I'm on the East Coast, so it's like 1:30 in the afternoon at this point. It is my
There you go.
childcare day, so I just dropped my kid off at my mom's, and I'm feeling free.
There you go. A little break action.
Yes.
WW mom. That's what's up. How old are we now? The little one.
Let's see. He's about a year and a half. Time flies.
Sick.
Jeez.
Time flies. No
He's-
lie.
He's basically running around, just getting into everything. Everything.
That's fire. They're supposed to though. That's awesome. No, I think enjoy those moments. Sierra is back to school season for me this week, which is crazy. Summer immediately over. I got all high school and up now. Sierra, I got all high school and up.
That
It's a
is
it's a
an
time.
insane thought.
It is. It really is. Yeah.
That's oh my goodness. High school is different now, though. High school is different now. They locking those phones up.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They are. They're trying. They're trying. It's interesting to see, you know, I don't know. Schools just try to battle tech and everything again. You know what I'm saying? So, but we here, we rocking. Okay. Also, I got all right, Sierra, we got Boss 2.0 in the building. Dina Combs, Boss 2.0. Let's get Boss in the building. Um, Boss, you hopping up? If you coming on, let me know. Or you just in the back end, let me know. Hit me in the private channel. But yeah, it's been a wild journey. But Sierra, you know what? You had an amazing intro. I definitely want to share that over on X. You've been building for a while. We tapped in, we met back in 2022, and it's been a ride. It's been a ride. The blockchain side, the NFT side, um, just AI now that evolution has been insane. Give us a little bit of backstory into your journey, how you got started in blockchain in Web3, and yeah, how that all started. Let us know.
Yeah, it feels like forever ago now. Goodness gracious. I
Yeah.
guess at this point, maybe it was late 2021, early 2022. Um, Someone close to me suggested I check it out. At the time, I was heavy into doing my yoga and crystal thing, which I still do, but like life has changed. I don't have as much time. I don't have as much disposable income. I don't have as much flexibility, literally. Um,
Okay.
so someone close to me saw that I was doing my crystal thing. I had like this little e-commerce store selling my rocks, doing pop-up markets and stuff. And they were like, "Hey, do you know about NFTs?" And I was like, "No." They were like, "Oh, well, I feel like I don't know, like I know you're into technology and social media and the internet. I feel like you could do some crystal NFT thing. Like I feel like you should really check it out and look into it and like maybe you could do crystal NFTs." At the time I was so confused. I was like, I have no idea what that means. And that's exactly what I ended up doing a few months later. And that was kind of my foray into Web3 and crypto in 2022, doing these crystal NFTs.
That's crazy. That's fire. That's fire. And I think that is the coolest piece though, especially knowing what I know about you as far as being a dope artist. I've seen one of your tweets recently that was like, I'm not afraid to dabble in any art medium. I'm gonna try everything that's out there under the sun. You even mentioned, you had a little music trial for a second there. You know what I'm saying? Spit some bars. So,
I did have some bars. It feels so cringe to like replay the bars in my head. I feel like I cannot let them leave my lips again, but I tried. My dad is a DJ and has been my whole life. And I was never super into music, but there was a time in high school where it was cool and everybody was like making songs on GarageBand. And I was like, I'm gonna make a song on GarageBand. And me and my friend thought it was so fire. I mean, maybe it was at the time, but looking back, I'm like, ooh.
sometimes it be like that. That's all good. That's all good. No, we like the dabblers. That's amazing. I think building the Onaji fam is a bunch of like-minded creatives. I think that's the coolest piece too. Is coming into contact with people like you that have kind of been taking their journey, their story, and bringing it into these new tech tools. And I think that was the coolest part about watching your journey in blockchain, as a leader in blockchain, and your art side was, you had that, the gem and the crystals and all of that good stuff, and you're still continuing that story and that lore today, and it's fire watching that grow.
I appreciate that. I feel like you're never too old to try something new, and that you just shouldn't let anyone, even if you're a beginner, make you feel like you're too bad or not good enough to like participate in doing any type of creative expression or outlet. So I guess my own like shamelessness is what's got me this far. Like I just refuse to fit into anyone's box of like just do this, just be this. No, never.
Right. No, that's awesome. And we need more of that energy because that's where the dope ideas come from. That's where the innovation really comes from and thrives for sure. So
The
that's
space has
cool.
changed so much in this last few years since the crystal NFTs. Like, goodness gracious, so many things have evolved and developed since then.
Yeah, yeah, it has been interesting watching, a bunch of these emerging tech spaces change, and grow. I did peep that you said you got some special news coming for Eton World, so we're gonna get into that as well too. Personally, bring Boss ready. Let me bring Boss up in the building. What's going on, Boss? How you doing, family? Dina Coms at the U. Yes, here for a very special on IG Saturday Undivided Attention with JuuJuuMama. So, what's going on, Boss? How you feeling, family? You muted. You still muted. Hold up, Boss. You muted. There you go. One more time, Boss. How you
Really?
feeling?
Gosh. Hey y'all, what's going on? Good to be back with the U. Welcome to Sierra. Good to see you again.
Hello.
So glad you could join us. But yeah, I'm here just running around. B, take it up. Like take it away. Feel free. And I'll pop in as I go and do my thing in the back. But yeah, so glad to have at least be here for today's Undivided Attention. So I'm excited for the conversation.
Fire. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. W Boss, W Sierra, yeah, Nacho in the building. Good to see you, family, back in the building. It's been really cool. Sierra, I think one of the coolest pieces about you, and I kind of gravitated toward, and Boss, and I see through a lot of the Onaji Deans. We really kind of gravitated toward the people who not only were crazy talented artists in their own right, but those who we're looking to share space with others and connect with others and showcase them and all that good stuff. You are one of the top people in the space that I definitely highlight all the time, that was really looking out for the other folks, especially Black Brown and Allied creators. So tell us a little bit about how Eton World got started, that collective of West African artists, and just diving into that journey, because that was impressive. That was impressive. So I'm not gonna lie.
Certainly, that journey started about 3 years ago. It's interesting because a lot of stuff that we do that ends up involving other people starts as like a personal pursuit, and then we just realize that like you can't do it alone, and that it's better with others, and like this is where my community is. And it was one of those situations. So I am a Black multiracial person. My father is African American. My mom is Italian and Puerto Rican. On my mom's side, like her parents are like immigrant. Like her dad came from Puerto Rico, her grandma came from Italy. On my mom's side, on the African American side, there is so little information as to like before my great grandma, where did anybody come from? Like it's my dad recently, within this last decade, did a DNA, like an ancestry test. And my dad is light skinned and has green eyes, but both his parents are Black. And he did this DNA test, and we found out that he was part Scottish, which a lot of Black people take these DNA tests and find out like, oh, I'm Irish, I'm Scottish. Like it's the nature of being an African American. All that being said, I did this test within the last 10 years, and I finally got insight as to like, this word is African American. What is this African what? Like that's a huge place. Where in Africa? Who?
Yes.
So I did this test, and it's like, oh, it's Nigeria. It's not Ethiopia. It's not South Africa. It's not somewhere random in the middle of Africa. It's Nigeria. It's Ghana. It's West Africa, which most of us African Americans, that's where a lot of us come from. We trace back slavery, etc. All of that being said, it was like revolutionary for me. I felt like I was putting a piece of the puzzle together of myself that was missing. And it was like, oh, now I understand myself more. Like now I can appreciate this piece of my culture that's been like hidden from me and buried deep within, and I can explore it more and just enjoy it. Like our African American history is so short from this time that it starts in America, and we owe it and deserve to know what was before, who was before that. But that is how I feel. That is a personal feeling. All of that being said, I had this revelation. I found this out. I was like, yo, this is cool. Like, this is awesome. And I just started exploring West African culture and seeing so many parallels as to how it overlaps with African American culture. And I was like, this is amazing. Afrobeats, this is fire. This is cool. So I'm getting into it. At the same time, I'm doing my own NFT thing, and I'm realizing like, wow, there's like mad West Africans, Nigerians specifically, doing this NFT thing. I had sold a piece of art and I made a post like, yo, show me your art. I want to buy art. 90% of the responses I got were Nigerian artists. And I was just like, okay, like that's interesting. So I'm looking through the art and I'm like, this art is fire. Like it's like traditional paintings, digital art, like fabric mediums, crochet, fashion, like literally anything you could think of, just incredible. And the little resources that they are making the art with was also astounding to me. So I was like, this is incredible. So I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, like there are so many artists, West African artists in this NFT scene. Why isn't there like a collective or community that aggregates the work and tries to make it more visible? Because whatever, it's not hard to tell, like these people who are spending big money in the NFT space are similar to the people spending big money in the traditional art world. And it's a lot of white men. It's not a lot of people of color. It's not a lot of women. So like there was no intrinsic interest in this Black art. No, people were seeing it and just like, okay, whatever. And I'm just like, nah, we're going to get it all together. We're going to do exhibitions. We're going to do them online. We're going to do them in real life. And we're going to make it like impossible to ignore so people can appreciate this incredible West African. So it was people from Cameroon, people from Ghana, people from Nigeria, this art. So that is how it started 3 years ago. Me seeing like this gap in the NFT space of like, okay, there's a lot of people from this one geographic area that I feel like connected to. I want to help them come together. And essentially I just acted as a curator and an advocate for them. And at this point now have organized nearly 100 exhibitions, both on the internet and both in real life in Nigeria, in New York City, like in Miami, around the world. So I've learned Pidgin. Like it's just been an incredible journey. And I'll stop there because I could go on forever and ever and ever about it. But it's been beautiful and life-changing.
Yeah, it's been so amazing to see, and yeah, just the journey has been impressive. You know, I've got pieces from it, Ton, in my collection that, you know, I definitely had to hold on for a while, unless a crazy price comes along, you know what I'm saying? But no, I felt the same way. You know, I think a lot of African Americans kind of echo that same sentiment. You know, we want to know more about where we're from. We want to know more about that as well too. Let me boss has got something. Let's put that on the stage here. Let me remove this and put that up. Boom, let's go. Nah, incredible, incredible art. Art. So yeah, I think I definitely echo that as well too. You know, a lot of the connections, a lot of the people that, you know, I was meeting in the blockchain space, similar to you, was a lot of crossover, a lot of Nigerian artists, a lot of, you know, home team artists, a lot of the diaspora was spread around this tech space, which was really fly to see. So yeah, it was cool. I think one of my coolest memories, you know, when we were at NFT NYC, and, you know, it was over and we were in the showcase gallery room, you know, and you were taking pictures of all the artists. You're like, I gotta send this to them. I gotta send this piece to them. You know, you were trying to take pictures for everybody's art and send that to them and celebrate that moment. And I think, you know, that's what it's all about. That's what the Onaji, you know, family was built for. That's why a lot of us do what we do. So yeah, I echo that heavily. Um, Sierra, is there a little upcoming couple gems that you can share with us on this three? Or you can say no. You can say absolutely
No,
not.
I'm happy to share. I am more than happy. So some context too. It's like it's been a journey over this last few years in NFTs. And when we started doing these exhibitions, we were doing them on Ethereum and on Base on a platform called Foundation, which has gone out of it was into extinction within this last few months. And thankfully, lucky for us, we also have exhibitions on Tezos, on Object, which are the ones you just pulled up. So truly, and quite unfortunately, we lost a lot with the closure of Foundation. There was the works themselves could be preserved, but the work done to do the exhibition, like curatorial text, the gathering of the works in this kind of digital format, like that's been lost, which has been sad. But that being said, we're celebrating a milestone, overcoming all of these adversities and changes to celebrate 3 years as a collective. And things have changed so much. I mean, at one point it was almost 200 artists participating in these exhibitions. And now we probably have between 30 and 40 that are still active and haven't, given up on NFTs or just moved on to something else in life. That being said, the theme of this 3-year anniversary exhibition is transformation, and it's really just honoring our growth as a collective and everything that we've gone through and kind of endured. The other piece of why the collective is transformed is just me taking on motherhood and just not having the time or the disposable income, because this stuff is expensive. It's hard to find sponsors, as you know, so you end up footing the bill for stuff and it just gets costly. So I had to kind of reel back. So this is going to be our first exhibition, I think, in over 6 months, maybe 8 months or so that we've done. So it's a big one for us, and it's a group exhibition on Object.
Love it. I love it. And Object is Solana, yeah? Or am I mistaken?
Object is Tezos.
Yeah.
Tezos, okay.
Exchange Art, and which just closed too. Exchange Art just closed. It's like everything, like there's barely anything left.
Yeah. Which is interesting, which is unfortunate for sure. There's been some of my favorite marketplaces that have gone, as well too. With the foundation team, the rodeo side. I was liking rodeo. I'm not gonna lie, I was liking rodeo. I was connected with a bunch of artists and stuff over there as well too. I don't know. I think a piece for me, just being like an EVM maxi, was kind of, I need to dive in on the Tesla side and all that good stuff as well too. But I don't know, Sierra. Do you think I've been in a couple cycles, and I don't know how far in you were, blockchain wise, crypto wise. I've seen a couple of cycles. Do you think, Sarah, it comes back? What are your thoughts on if we see another bull?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything is full circle and cycles. And to Nacho's point in the chat about why are these places shutting down? They're shutting down because there are not enough collectors. They're shutting down because it's artists buying each other's work. They're shutting down because the masses does not understand blockchain, and it still has not permeated into society the way Instagram and TikTok and these things that people are doom scrolling has. So until we get there, where blockchain and NFTs are kind of embedded into the technology people are familiar with, we have this learning curve that, quite frankly, a lot of people just aren't interested in getting over. Why? So I could buy a piece of art and look at it on my screen? I don't care. Not everyone appreciates art in that way. So I just think truly there was not enough interested buyers, and because of that, the marketplace could not generate enough fees to pay their staff and run their ads and all these things. So I think, that being said, I do think things move in cycles, but I think for this next cycle to be a boom, people need to adopt the technology, and that we need to build something that's more adoptable, because clearly people aren't interested in what's been done.
Yeah. 1,000%. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next 3 to 5 years for sure. Shout out to Nacho, man. He's kind of one of our skeptics in the Onaji fam and the live stream side. Yeah, but it's good. It's healthy.
He's balanced.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
I think that was where I was going with my question as well. Now that we see that the market is somewhat kind of, on a low swing, how do we keep things going when we're not seeing what we used to see before? I do think that initiatives like this, and continuing to have exhibitions, continuing to create art, continuing to show the importance of artists is really important, to just show that there is still a place for artists in the space. But I know it can be kind of difficult. Are you still finding that there are as many artists to curate from and pull from in the space? Or are you finding that a lot of the same, we're seeing a lot of the same, and it's difficult to maybe challenge them to create more and do more?
Yeah, I think, and I wrote about this I think I wrote about this in the text for the 3-year exhibition, reflecting back on why and how things have changed. If I'm putting if it's a labor of love truly, because I have to review the artworks, critically think about a theme, a title for the exhibition, interview the artist so I can create a compelling read to go along with the art that is not just AI slop that I'm feeding in the art and saying, write something about this. Like trying to use my brain to do something thoughtful. And it's like, this is tedious. This is time consuming for me and the artist. And if we're going through this process over and over and you're not seeing any fruit of your labor and you're not making the sales, it becomes quite discouraging, not only for the artist, but for me as a curator, because I'm trying to collect my little 5-10% of the sale on the back end in hopes that it'll pay for all the work I did on the front end. So that being said, a lot of people in my position who do this kind of curatorial work, it is a labor of love because we love the art, because we love the culture, because we want to see it thrive, because we refuse to let it die. But yes, there are less options. I've had artists flat out tell me just like, no, like, yeah, maybe I was interested a few years ago, but like, that's not me right now. That's not going anywhere. That's not my scene. I'm not into it. And it's just like, it's hard because I'm not going to bully you into doing it, but it's just like, dang, we're losing good talent. Like these are good people.
Yeah, 1,000%. And I think the interesting piece will be if the energy in the space, the eyes and capital does kind of flow back around. It's going to be interesting to see, just the energy around that. So, but I don't know. I see you're like heavily like you were all in on the curation side. You're talking about all of these. You're putting collections together to exhibit, and that's a feat. And I mean, what was some of the thought process around like when you first did the first one? You're like, okay, this is kind of fun. Like I like this, or is it like, oh my God, I had no idea.
It's like they say, I mean, any artist, musicians, people who make physical art, when you look at somebody's first work of art that they've like made public and then like their most recent work is such an evolution. Sometimes it doesn't even look like it's the same person's work. You're like, whoa, that was you, man. Like, that's crazy. And it's like my curatorial work was the same, like that. Those first few exhibitions, I had no experience as a curator. I didn't know what that meant. I learned what it meant to be a curator through this process of doing it and from learning from other more experienced people around me. So those initial exhibitions, there was no curatorial theme. Like the theme was the season. Like the exhibition was like fall 23, come through. And it's like, this girl, that's not an exhibition.
Hey, we're getting it done though.
But I didn't know. So I grew and I learned, and I was just like, okay, an exhibition is not just a collection of a random group of arts from the same period of time. That there is a message. There's something that ties these works together. There's a story that you're telling. And I really developed that skill in art over time doing the exhibitions. And I would say the ones that you pulled up on the screen actually are probably my best work because it's the most recent and I've had the most iteration of kind of how to put something together. But yeah, it's evolved a lot.
I like that. So not only the curation side, you are a talented artist in your own right that dabbles in a bunch of different mediums. Before we hop into that side on the back end of the convo, it is time, Sierra, for a goated undivided attention Onaji style lightning round. You ready for the lightning round?
Okay.
It's easy.
These are the best. These are truly the best. I cannot wait. These are the lightning round.
Yeah, the lightning round goes in. All right, Sierra. So yes, whatever top of mind, whatever comes, to you. Don't think too hard on it. It's all good. No wrong answers. This or that type of action. All right, here we go. Sierra, JuuJuuMama, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
West Coast or East Coast?
East Coast, baby.
I'll let it slide. I know. I knew you were gonna say that. Favorite food. Favorite food.
Pizza.
There you go. Okay.
What's on this pizza? What's on this? I have to know what's on this pizza. I had pizza last night, and the person I'm with loves anchovies, and I would know. So, how about you? What's on the pizza that we're talking about?
Choice. I'm a base. I just listen. If it's a solid pizzeria, I'll have a basic cheese slice. However, if I'm feeling like I want to venture out, sometimes I'll have a margarita. Sometimes I'll have a white slice where they don't put the sauce at all. That's
Yes.
next level. Then you might want to dip in the sauce. But for the most part, I'm just a basic plain slice kind of girl.
All right. Connoisseur type vibes. No, I dig it. East Coast gang rise up. Not too high as sea level's gonna get. All right. Chill. Yeah, we gonna be all right.
Me too.
That's
As a
funny.
New Yorker,
Fav-
I must say East
Oh, yeah,
Coast, not like
Say it again. What'd you say?
as a New Yorker, I must say East Coast. Although I did live in Cali for a few years, beautiful time in my life. It's like a fever dream. It's like, did that really happen? That was so incredible. But it's like, no, I'm sorry. I'm East Coast all day in New York.
There you go. There you go. Favorite music artist
Oh,
or a
man,
couple.
that's really tough. That is hard. I've been listening to a lot of Rema lately, but that's just the flavor of the moment because I've been on my Afro beats tip. So we'll see.
No, that's fire. All right, this one. Favorite social media network.
Twitter,
Never so
X. I
far.
can't even call it X. Twitter.
Right?
Period.
I know.
Period.
I hear that. And it's going through more changes, which is crazy. That's too funny. All right, this one might be I'm interested on this one, Sarah, because you're diving in heavily on both blockchain or AI.
Oh, AI.
Yeah.
Not to no shade on the blockchain. I just think AI is more adaptable, has more potential in this current environment. Blockchain has a lot of hurdles to overcome.
I hear that. I hear that. Little PR, little marketing cleanup that we have to do quite a bit. All right, and the last one, Sierra, the goated Onajiu question that has the canvas in a debate like crazy. Sierra, how are you eating your grits? Are you sweet gang? Or are you savory gang? Are we cheese butter? Are we?
I'm a savory gang. I'm like cheese in the grits type energy, but I don't know. Now that I think about it, I don't even know. Maybe I just need to have some sweet grits that are good from someone. So if somebody wants to offer them, no, don't do it. Okay, I don't know.
I got you.
Yeah, I had the right ones yet. I don't know.
No, Sarah. No, you answered it correctly. No, you don't listen to boss. Don't listen to boss.
Okay,
No,
good.
just kidding. Just kidding. No, that's fire. All right, Sierra, you have survived. Yes, the lightning round, easy peasy. That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, so I definitely, we definitely want to highlight you as an excellent community manager, curator, all that good stuff. But you are a talented artist in your own right as well too. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up the feed for sure here. And we got to showcase some of this art most definitely, because you have been going in. Heathrow Airport. What are we doing here?
Oh man, that is just an incredible situation that unraveled within this last month that I would have never imagined would be possible for me. But through Art Crush is like I guess they're a curatorial group. They hold a lot of open calls and they do exhibitions around the world. And for the most part, to my knowledge, they're free to enter. I've never paid to enter any. Here's the thing you gotta be careful about as an artist with opportunities. Everybody wants you to pay for something. How are you gonna pay? I'm trying to make money for my art. You want me to pay for something? All that being said, I got my art in this airport and I did not have to pay for anything. I just applied to this open call. It was selected. And thank God I was one of 14 artists that are throughout the month of July. So I guess last month, it was shown in London's International Heathrow Airport in this huge screen.
It's fire. It's fire. I love it. I love it. I like this. See, I've been tapping in and seeing the daily mini collages. I like this because I'm on day 363 of this live stream journey. On Monday is as a year of being live every day, which is crazy.
Nice.
But tell us a little bit more about the mini analog collage series, because I like this. This is fire.
Yeah. Let's see. So I wanted to create something with my hands every day, but having a toddler, it's like I only have nap time really to get into my art stuff or after he goes to bed. And by the time he goes to bed, I'm tired. I'm trying to go to bed too. So it's like nap time is my art time and naps are short these days. So I'm like, okay, what can I do in like 15, 20 minutes that like I can use my hands and make something and do something I like, but like it's not too involved and crazy. So a couple months ago, I started this daily practice of doing these miniature collages in like a tiny notebook that's only like 4 inches tall and 2.5 inches wide. So they look a lot bigger on screen actually than they are. They're really tiny, and it's just like paper scraps. Like I like save magazines and like pieces of junk mail, and I just like tear out and cut out imagery I find interesting, and it's just a way for me to like keep, because I do use a lot of AI to keep that like tactile kind of part of my work where I'm touching things with my hands.
I love that. I love that. It's very cool. It is very cool. I like that. W. Collage, yes, I see through says it's amazing. The collages go crazy, but also, the abstract art. I think I have a bunch of abstract art pieces from Sierra. I like that side, and also the pastels been going crazy. Your color exploration has been consistent and really cool to watch the evolution as well there. You mentioned a lot of people kind of hit you and they're like, no, I don't normally dabble or like, the AI side, but this is cool design. And I think you know, that's an interesting convo in itself, but I think that is a huge testament on the story that you've been telling, the art that you've been creating, the ethos and the lore that you've been putting behind your work and consistently over these last few years that I've known you. So yeah, kudos to you. Keep killing it. Um, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Boss, anything to add on it? Yeah, of course, of
Yeah,
course.
I definitely would like to dive a little deeper in that. Just this week from news that we've seen on the LM side, with so many platforms now starting to add watermarks to text stuff. And I do remember there was a point in time where they were talking about, adding watermarks to image things. We continue to see this tired conversation, in my opinion, about, the benefits of AI when it comes to visual art and visual work. Um, what are your thoughts on people who kind of feel like AI isn't, a valid form of creating visual art?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, that's a lot of people. So that's a huge population of people that are anti AI data center. You could just make a list of things, which is
Correct.
fascinating because these people are also chronically online, which is why the data centers are consuming so much water. All that being said, the AI thing is fascinating because it's just like, it's truly, and I'm not saying you have to like AI art. I'm not saying you have to be supportive of artists who use it in their creativity, but it's just one of those things that is now inevitable, like the internet, like the cell phones, like now kids can work. My son is 18 months old. This boy can swipe. I don't even give him my phone. He finds it and he knows inherently, he sees, they swipe. All that being said, this technology is becoming so ingrained that if you choose to reject AI, unfortunately, truly, you will just be left behind. You are choosing to basically opt out of the next era of society. You cannot choose to opt out of it unless you want to go live under a rock, unless you don't want to be on the internet. Everything we use on the internet, social media, is powered by AI. Our algorithm is powered by AI. The emails and ads we're getting. So it's just, you can't be on the internet and opt out of AI. There is no way. So the only way is to be a social recluse and not participate in society. My thing is, if you're not into artists using it in their art, you're not seeing it as a tool. And ultimately, AI is going to be like Photoshop. Like now, we don't ask about people photoshopping and touching up photos. We just know when we see a Sports Illustrated, oh, honey got some cottage cheese on those thighs, but they touched that up so we can't see it. We don't think about it. We just know. And it's going to be the same thing with AI. People are already consuming AI generated ads unbeknownst to them. And the only reason they become or would be upset is if someone tells them, hey, did you know that's AI? People have told me, I love your art, and then come back to me weeks later, oh my God, I just found out you make your art with AI. I actually don't love it. Really? Truly? Is that really? You felt emotionally connected to it, but after you found out the tool I use, you disconnected from it. the whole thing is it's a tool that artists are using. I mean, it depends. There are layers and layers. There are people who are just typing a prompt and the art that they post is the result of a prompt. There are people who are painting over AI images. There are people who are tracing over them. There are people who are using them as references to paint, yada 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 yada. There are people who are using for mood boards, ideas. There's so many layers as to how one can even use AI that it's just like, okay, well, what is it you specifically do? Do you even know what it is that you specifically don't like? To be honest, my friend, I think a lot of people are just anti whatever the flavor of the moment is, whatever it is they don't understand, whatever it is they feel left out of. There's no reason to be such a hater. You just don't understand. You just don't get it. It doesn't apply to your life. Maybe it will at some point. Be open. Maybe you'll learn something. But I don't know. That's just what I think.
Come on, mic drop. Like that's real. That's so very real. And I find some of that same mindset from people who use AI. And they're like, we understand that this is where things are going. And for anyone who feels like using it is detrimental to them or society, you've got to really extract yourself. And there's no way to do that. You do that every time you open your browser. Now, it may not be to make things, it may not be, to create music or art, but it's already ingrained in your life and it has been for a while. And so to have such a visceral reaction and an opinion sometimes about it, the people who use it are like, this is a little off. There's a disconnect here.
It also becomes an enhancer. Most people who use AI are like, we existed before AI. I made art before AI. I did things before AI. It's just made it easier. It's just made it, I don't have to spend 8 weeks making something come to fruition, buying all these expensive materials, downloading all these new programs when I can just prompt it in Midjourney. That's mad convenient. Why would I not do that? I don't know. It's for some people, that process of the creating, well, that's where it is. Sometimes I'm just trying to get to the end. I got a kid. I don't got time for the process. I just need to get to the end.
Talk about it. No, we had this discussion for a while, especially in the early days when we were dabbling with Midjourney, 3.0, 3.5, early days. It's like people unfortunately are so attached to having to go through pain to be able to produce these artworks, and it's wild. And I think a lot of times, if we go through this art schooling or whatever, we're learning these tools and putting your 10,000 hours into something or whatever. Like, a lot of people equate that to, oh, it's painful. Other people should have to go through that same journey. And I think that trickles down to even like education. I'm seeing like, admin and teachers like, oh, I had to do it this way, so all the pupils, all the new future have to do it this way. No, that's backwards. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's what a time. But like you're saying, it's been getting baked into everything. And now the new LLMs, it doesn't have to be a topic of conversation. We're getting to the point where it's like almost commonplace. There's new LLM engines coming out daily now, and it's like, it's everywhere. I'm seeing websites baking in chatbots and stuff that I'm like, wait, what? Like that don't even why did you do that? But yes, it's truly everywhere. So
It is. And I mean, I'll be honest, it does annoy me. And like, I don't think that everything created with AI is necessary or good. I do think that AI slop exists. I do think that there are people who are creating garbage content and circulating it. I think there are people who are using it to make it seem like they understand something they don't. I think there are a lot of uses of AI that are poor, but such is life. That's the same way with the internet. It's the same way with anything pretty much. And it's just like, people, you give somebody something, they're going to find a way to abuse it. It's kind of human nature. And it's sad that that's how we are as people. But I mean, I don't think everything AI is great, but I think that it's a reflection of the user. It's not sentient and coming to its own conclusions. Like,
yeah, it's another tool. It's an emerging tech tool, and the people are going to use it intentionally how they want to use it. It's as simple as that. And I think that's the coolest part too, is like, we've been able to slow down and really kind of curate the homies, the home team of people that we respect and want around us, that are utilizing these tools, whether it be blockchain, whether it be AI, whatever, metaverse, AR, VR, whatever, do robotics soon. However, the homies, the people that, you know, have like-minded interests, and telling their stories and connecting with with each other and trying to help put each other on as communities. Like that's what it's all about. It's just another tool. Of course, people are going to use it for the most nefarious things that they can think of, but not everybody is doing that. And I think that's, yeah.
And it, like, I feel like I have to use it because I feel like the other thing too is like I spent a lot of time training my own visual model so that my art would result in the style that I like it to. For example, my most recent model, I trained on my hand cut collage that you were just looking at. So there's also this conversation of just like, okay, well, models are trained on the vastness of the internet and artists are not consenting to their work, training these models. You again, like it just comes down to effort and choice. Like as someone who appreciates artists, I don't really want to use models that are trained on the vastness of the internet. I'd prefer to personalize my models or train my own models. That being said, it's just like, is again, there's so much layer and nuance as to like, are you doing AI right? Like, are you doing it ethically? And it's something that just like with social media, now all this data is coming out that like, oh my God, teenagers who are chronically on social media are suicidal. It's like, dude, I been knew that. Like I could have told you that, but it's just like, it's the same thing with AI. Like we're going to need years and years of data and evidence before they can say like, oh, well, maybe you shouldn't, you know, date a chatbot. Like, it's just like, okay, like why did it take this long?
So some things it's like it should be common sense, but you're finding out that's not so common. But that's okay. That's okay. No, that's amazing. Juju, you to go. We coming up. We got like what, a couple more minutes, 5 minutes for the 45. There's a couple last thing, Sierra, that I definitely want to ask you. Two things. What is something that you would tell your past self, you know, in this space? Like what's something that you would have done differently, or you know, what a decision that you would have made differently? And then what's something that you can look into the future and be like, I'm proud of this moment. So what was something that you can tell your future self in maybe, you know, 5 to 10 years?
I would have told my past self specifically between the age of like probably 15 and 23, like, hey, your value is not tied to how productive you can be. Like you're
Mm,
not a more valuable person because you can do more in a 24-hour period or get a job with a better title that pays more. Like I was so focused on like go to college, get this degree, I have the student loan, get a good job, get the best job title I can get, don't care about romance, don't care about friends, need to move up the social ladder like and the like work ladder so that I could be a more valuable member of society. I wish I could go back and just tell myself like, hey, you're young, like you should just explore and enjoy life. Like you don't have to be so serious and trying to like grind into your first million at 19, dude. Like chill, just relax. Like I wish, because now I'm doing exactly that and just chilling and coasting and life is good and I'm not struggling. And it's just like,
yeah.
why did you go so hard and do so much? You could have maybe just like put your feet up a little and enjoyed the fruits of your labor for just a moment.
That part.
And
Hindsight is always 2020, though. I hear that.
that only comes with age and wisdom. Because
Right.
so many of us always look back and we're like, I was doing the craziest stuff. Like, what was I thinking? And then once you finally find, like, okay, like, I'm a bit older, I can look at what's around me, and I thought I wanted all that, and now it's changed. And I was like, I just want to tell myself, like, look, chill out a little bit. I love that. I love that. That's definitely something that you only get with like time and experience.
Yeah, be more present. I never regret being present. There's never been a moment in my life where I was present in the moment and look back, oh, I wish I was zoned out thinking about something else, doing something else somewhere else. It's like, no, I should have been more present. But now it's like, okay, I can be present now. At least I have that. And I saw, by the way, I saw my friend Yolantis is here in the chat, and I saw that she made a comment related to titles, and I just wanted to touch on it really quick, if that's okay. Let me see. Yes. Okay, because we were talking about AI and AI models. So titles in particular, for anyone interested in AI models and AI art, this is a website where artists can train their own models. They work with the platform to train a model, and then it's available for the public to use. And not only is it available for the public to use, the artist is credited and compensated for when their model is used. Every time someone generates something with it, it's not a ton, maybe it's like cents, pennies, but the whole idea is if somebody's like super using your model to make a bunch of art, like it compounds over time as people are using your model. And they've been around a couple years, and I have 3 models on there, and I love it. I mean, they've made a lot of changes recently. They removed the blockchain part of their website actually for people who had looked at it and think it looks different now. You don't have to connect your wallet or anything anymore. But yeah, Titles is awesome.
It's fire. And it's I think that's so cool to have. And I've used Titles a couple times. I think I have generated some stuff with your models over there. Sierra. It's pretty fire. Did a little collages and stuff over there, but I think that's what we need to have. We need to have more people, with those like-minded intentions around, okay, how can we utilize this tech? How can we compensate each other? How can we utilize these tools ethically? It can be done. There's so much out there that's like showing the masses that, okay, maybe we should just stay away altogether because all we're seeing is doom and gloom, But no, people can utilize it and brainstorm around these tools to help collaborate and help build community and help compensate each other, which is really cool. So yeah, shout out to Yolantis for coming through and bringing up that title. Yes, for sure.
I think it's also our responsibility as like stewards of culture to do these things. And I think something I'm intentional about is like models don't if you use any model that's publicly available, especially free ones, they default to whiteness. When you say person, no other identifier, it is a Caucasian person. It's not an Asian person. It's not an Indian person. It's not an African. It is a Caucasian person. So all of that being said, I also feel like as stewards of culture, if we want technology that represents us, if we want models and the outputs are people that look like us, we have to participate in the technology. Otherwise, history repeats itself and we will be written out of this next phase just like we were the last. So please, like it goes beyond just like liking art. It's just like if you care about yourself, if you care about your culture, please do participate in the technology, or some other person who doesn't look like you will make sure that you don't. So that's my last message for this for this stream.
and that's a much needed one. We've had a lot of conversations, especially around blockchain, around AI. That was one of the reasons why me and my co-founders thought it made Onaji. It was like, no, we want to see something that looks like us, feels like us. And I think that was part of the journey. And I think that's why we resonated so heavily with you and what you're building and your curation process and your art itself. It's like, yes, this is alignment and this is solid. So
yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you. It's so overdue. I feel like this should have happened a long time ago, but it's never too late. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. No, JuuJuuMama chat. Tap in with JuuJuuMama. That's her handle, I think, on most socials. So dive in, share art, purchase some art too if you're into some digital art. She's going crazy. But Sierra, it's so amazing to have you as our episode 20 guest for this undivided attention. Appreciate you. Thank you for letting us give you our undivided attention, family. So that's what's up. Hey, shout out to Boss pinning up the handle.
Yeah, thank you for that. It's my pleasure, and congratulations on almost a year of your daily streams. I know from your daily challenge, some days it's very hard to show up. Like not every day you come with that same energy. So God bless you for like sticking to it. Like I'm so proud of you, man. Good job.
We're doing it. It's a good time. Right, I mean, I treat it like another art medium. So maybe Sierra, we gonna see you in this art medium realm.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's what we like to hear. All right, shout out to y'all chat. Shout out to Boss 2.0 in the building. Dina Combs, good to have you, family. Sierra, it's always a pleasure. Well overdue. W interview, W stream, family. All right, we out of here, family. Peace. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you guys again tomorrow, 10 a.m. PST. We're locked in, and that's it. All right, y'all. Peace.